You weren't supposed to notice this, but gold and silver just did something that never happens by accident. One moment, the market goes quiet. The next, prices rebound fast, almost violently, like a heartbeat coming back after flatline. And if you think that's normal market movement, I need you to understand something right now. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is a signal, a message, a quiet transfer of power happening in broad daylight while most people are staring at the wrong screen. Because the truth is, gold and silver don't just rebound. They move when something underneath the financial world shifts, something hidden, something elite, something most people will never be told. And if you want real financial truths they don't teach, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what's coming, because what I'm about to show you changes how you see money forever. Right now, the world is standing on a pressure plate. Currency is weakening. Debt is exploding. Markets are being propped up like cardboard buildings in a storm. And the average investor is being hypnotized into thinking everything is fine because the media keeps repeating the same spell: soft landing, inflation cooling, stocks resilient. But behind that narrative, something else is happening. The rebound in gold and silver is not just a price move, it's a footprint. And footprints mean someone walked through here. You have to understand how this game actually works. Retail investors think markets are about value, about earnings, about fundamentals. But the real market, the one institutions live in, is about liquidity, about traps, about positioning. Gold and silver are not just metals, they're weapons. They're the oldest financial truth on earth, and every time the system starts cracking, they react. But here's where it gets dark. The rebound didn't happen because demand increased. It happened because the elite needed it to happen. See, markets don't fall or rise based on emotion. They rise and fall based on engineered emotion. Fear is not an accident. Greed is not an accident. The herd is guided, like cattle. And the moment gold and silver briefly paused, that pause wasn't rest. That pause was hunting silence. It's like a predator stopping for a second before striking. Because the elite don't buy when prices are screaming higher. They buy when prices are quiet, when the public is bored, when attention moves elsewhere. And that's exactly what happened. The market paused, retail relaxed, and then rebound. Fast, aggressive, almost like someone flipped a switch. That's your first clue. Now let me tell you what most people don't understand about rebounds. A rebound is not always recovery. Sometimes a rebound is a trap door closing. Because liquidity cycles work like tides. The institutions create the wave, then they profit from the drowning. When gold and silver dip, retail panics. They think, oh no, it's over. They sell, they exit, they surrender. And who buys? Not the public, not the emotional, the disciplined, the whales, the funds, the central banks, the insiders accumulating quietly while the crowd feels stupid. This is the oldest trick in finance. Shake the tree, let the weak fruit fall, collect it, then let price rebound so fast that everyone who sold feels sick. And that sickness, that regret, that is psychological control. Because now the retail mind is vulnerable. Now the investor is primed for the next manipulation. They start thinking, I can't miss the next move. They chase, they FOMO, they buy at the top of the rebound. And guess what the elite do? They distribute. That's the cycle. That's the silent wealth transfer. And it happens over and over. Gold and silver are just the stage lighting showing you where the real actors are moving backstage. Now listen closely. Why does this matter now? Because we are entering a period of asset repricing, a silent reset, not announced, not voted on, not explained, just happening. Currency debasement is the greatest theft in human history because it feels invisible. Your dollars don't disappear overnight. They decay slowly, quietly, like rust eating through metal. And the average person doesn't notice until suddenly groceries feel like luxury items, rent feels like punishment, and saving money feels like lighting cash on fire. The system needs inflation because inflation is how debt gets erased, not for you, for them. And when the elite know a reset is coming, they position before the headlines, they accumulate real assets, hard assets, gold, silver, Bitcoin, land, energy, things that cannot be printed, because fiat money is a story. Gold is not a story. Silver is not a story. Bitcoin is a rebellion coded into mathematics, and right now, the story is cracking. That's why this rebound is loud. It's not just metals bouncing, it's confidence shifting. Now here's the first hidden truth most people never learn. Gold and silver markets are not free markets, they are controlled arenas. Paper contracts move prices more than physical metal. Think about that. You can't eat paper, you can't build with paper gold. But paper claims suppress real price discovery. It's like selling shadows to control the value of the object. And institutions love shadows, because shadows are easier to manipulate. They can dump massive amounts of paper supply in seconds, triggering panic. Stop losses hit, retail sells, price collapses, and then, quietly, they buy physical, off exchange, out of sight. This is why rebounds happen fast, because the dip was never natural. It was engineered to create opportunity. This is financial warfare, and the public is the battlefield. The mind is the real battlefield. Fear controls decisions. Greed blinds intelligence. The media is the loudspeaker, and whales exploit the emotional crowd like a chess grandmaster exploiting beginners. Most people think they're investing, but they're being harvested. Now let's go deeper, because gold and silver are not moving alone. Crypto is watching. Bitcoin is watching. The same liquidity cycle that hits metals hits crypto. Whales rotate. Institutions accumulate. Retail gets shaken out. And the entire system works like a machine. You see, big money doesn't sit still. It flows like blood. And when it flows into gold and silver, that tells you something is being hedged. Something is being protected against. Because gold is not an asset of optimism. Gold is an asset of distrust. Gold rises when people stop trusting paper promises. So ask yourself, why now? Why rebound now? Because the elite smell something. Maybe it's geopolitical risk. Maybe it's debt markets cracking. Maybe it's the next inflation wave. Maybe it's the silent realization that interest rates can't stay high forever without breaking the world. The public hears rate cuts and thinks it's good news. The elite hear rate cuts and know it means the currency will weaken again. And when currency weakens, hard assets reprice upward. That's not theory, that's history. Now here's where the tension rises, because the rebound is not the story. The rebound is the whisper before the scream. Markets always move in phases: accumulation, expansion, euphoria, collapse, reset, and right now, gold and silver rebounding is the accumulation phase revealing itself. The smart money stepping in before the crowd understands why, and the crowd never understands until it's too late, because media narratives arrive after positioning. The headline always comes after the trade. That's how you know it's engineered. When the public finally hears gold is a safe haven again, the elite are already sitting on gains. When the public finally hears silver supply is tightening, the insiders already bought. When the public finally hears inflation is back, the wealth transfer already happened. And retail is emotionally exhausted, chasing scraps. That's the trap. The system isn't designed for you to win by being emotional. It's designed for you to lose by being reactive. That's why discipline is the true wealth. Now let me hit you with something that feels illegal to know. Gold and silver rebounds are often early warning signals of stress in the plumbing of the financial system. Stress you can't see yet, because when banks start tightening, when liquidity starts drying, when credit cracks, institutions run to hard collateral. They don't tweet about it. They don't announce it. They move quietly. They reposition, because money moves before news, always. So this rebound, it could be a warning flare that something is coming, a repricing, a shock, a break in the narrative. And here comes the twist. The public thinks the bull run is the price going up, but the real bull run is the bull run in control. The elite positioning while the herd debates, because the greatest profits are made before the crowd believes, and the greatest losses are taken when the crowd finally does. That's why rebounds feel fast. It's the market snapping back to where it was always meant to go, once the weak hands are gone. Now imagine this. Central banks are buying gold at record pace, not because it's shiny, because they know fiat is fragile, because they are preparing, because sovereignty now means holding something outside the dollar system. And while the public watches stock memes, the real chess game is happening in metals, in reserves, in quiet accumulation. That's the hidden world. That's the elite world. And silver? Silver is even more explosive, because silver is both money and industry. It's in solar panels, electronics, defense systems, AI infrastructure. Silver is the bloodstream of the modern world, and it is historically undervalued compared to gold. So when silver rebounds fast, it's like a pressure valve releasing. It's telling you demand is not just financial, it's structural. Now the climax. Here's the shocking realization. This rebound may not be the beginning of a simple bull run. It may be the beginning of a reset cycle, a transfer cycle, where real assets separate from fake money, where the illusion of stability collapses into the reality of scarcity. Because fake money is infinite, real value is not. And the elite know this. They are not preparing for growth. They are preparing for survival, for preservation, for power. And the public is being sedated by entertainment and headlines. But money is waking up. Gold is waking up. Silver is waking up. Crypto whales are waking up. And when money wakes up, it moves violently. Now, resolution. What's the lesson? The lesson is not buy gold. The lesson is understand the game. The game is psychological. Markets are not charts. They are mass emotion engineered into price. The disciplined win. The emotional lose. Fear makes you sell bottoms. Greed makes you buy tops. Media makes you late. Whales make you liquidity. And the elite make moves in silence. So when you see gold and silver rebound fast after a pause, Don't just see a price move. See a message. See a footprint. See positioning. Because the system always tells you what it's doing, if you know how to listen. And right now, it's whispering. A reset is coming. A repricing is coming. The herd will panic. The herd will chase. But the few who understand will already be positioned. This is not about metals. This is about reality. Real value versus fake money. Power versus perception. Control versus freedom. And the people who survive financially are the ones who stop playing emotional games. So here's my question to you. Do you think this rebound is the start of the next bull run? Or the warning sign before the next crash? Drop your answer in the comments. And send this to someone who needs to hear it, because most people will never understand what's really happening until it's too late. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay close. Because the next move the elite make won't be announced. It will be felt. And by then, the game will already be over.